We are at Studio 53 in Moose Bay Harbor, Maine, where we are showing a retrospective collection of ceramics by Weston and Brenda Anderson. They started in Southport Island in the 1950s. They started with functional forms in abstract shapes and colors. My father would make the shapes and my mother would apply the decoration freehand. And they were very much interested in producing affordable art for the home so that form follows function, and when you make the things you use every day very attractive, it is much more pleasant. And the ideas were mid-century modern. They worked with a lot of nautical colors, blues and greens, inspired by the environment. There was a lot of freehand decoration with nature motifs, and they were collected very much in the region. They also worked with, they invented their own glazes, and they did a lot with a natural brown glaze, which has a very rustic appeal, and it's a clay glaze, and there's a lot of freehand decoration with a brush, and it's very appealing in a natural environment. They started with functional forms and went on to create sculptures out of clay, and at the time they were things that nobody would ever make a sculpture of, like seagulls and seals. Nobody ever thought of that before, and they became very, it was a very original idea at the time, and especially appealing to the area. There were many figure forms as well. This is a bust by my sister Christine Anderson Tupper. And my dad designed the form, and we did various decorations of them. This is a group of various people's decorations in the blues. They were very inspired by natural forms, things that grow in the garden, and shells, and things you just find on the shore, and interesting glazes. They had a lot of fun just creating new designs as they went along. They'd have the shapes, and they'd freehand create designs that were new and different. Some of these decorations are by Susan Anderson and Gerda Anderson and Christine. One of the pieces, the lady with the vase with the lady, is actually several pieces put together. There's a vase bow on top and another bow for the top of that. Fish platters were very popular and still are. Brenda Anderson would just design them one at a time and do not another like it. 50s had a lot of modern functional work. These are decanters, sake cups, dishes. And these are sculptural rocks before there were a pet rock. There was a lot of experimentation with shapes being used for different functions. There were goblets that became candlesticks, that became salt shakers, and these shapes were meant to interconnect with each other. The curves would intertwine when they were placed together. Trees and shells and creatures were a lot of inspiration.